This is a story of a woman who not only survived a mid-air explosion but also survived a 33,000 feet free fall on the earth. Let's find out more onto the fact. Like we earlier discussed in the story of Iva Vishnirishka, the stories of survival could be tales of endurance and determination. But the other stories are more about luck and simply beating the odds. Even with all the skills and training in the world, surviving such situation is pretty much impossible. This incident happened on January 26, 1972. At Copenhagen Airport, the crew of JAT Yugoslav Airlines Flight 367 is waiting for the arrival of the aircraft. They were going to soon board the aircraft to begin their services. The flight was scheduled from Sweden to Croatia with layover at Denmark and Serbia. A young flight attendant named Vesna noticed a passenger behaving strange while boarding the aircraft when the flight has completed the first leg of the journey. The girl couldn't yet know that shortly after the takeoff, this stranger would change her life forever. The plane was McDonnell Douglas DC-9 that was delivered to the JAT Airlines before 2 years. The crew consisted of 6 members, 2 pilots, 3 flight attendants and 1 mechanic. For the second leg from Denmark to Serbia, there were 22 passengers on board. The DC-9 took off regularly at 3:15 p.m. and climbed to its assigned cruise level 33,000 feet. A few minutes past 4 p.m. when the plane was overflying Hersdom, Germany, a terrible explosion hit the plane. The violent blast caused the fuselage to break apart from between the cockpit and the edge of the wings. The wreckage of the aircraft began to fall from the sky. A resident named Bruno Honk saw the debris falling from the sky towards the earth and made his way towards the debris to investigate. Suddenly a scream broke the silence and someone was alive in the debris. Bruno found flight attendant Vesna screaming for help and submerged in the wreckage of the aircraft. Bruno served as a medic in World War II, and his experience dealing with severe battlefield injuries enabled him to keep her alive until the rescuers reached the spot. Following the incident, Vesna sustained extremely serious injuries and she was 27 days in coma. She suffered a fractured skull, 2 broken legs, 3 broken vertebrae, a fractured pelvis, several broken ribs, and temporary paralysis below the waist. Not only she survived the explosion on the aircraft and bone-numbing minus 35 degrees Celsius, but she also survived the plunge from 33,000 feet. That's the fall from an altitude of 10 kilometers that is estimated to have taken time of 3 minutes of free fall until she hit the ground. The chances of surviving from this height are extremely low. So how did exactly Vesna manage to survive? Firstly, she was at the rear tail section of the aircraft, which relatively remained intact while the explosion happened. It is believed that she was pinned in there by a foot trolley so that it prevented her from being sucked outside of the plane. Secondly, her low blood pressure may have saved her life. Doctors believe that she passed out really quickly so that she didn't suffocate in the thin air. Also, her low blood pressure prevented her heart from exploding when she finally hit the ground. Thirdly, the area where she landed was thick woodland. The slope of the ground and the branches of the trees would have also helped to cushion the impact slightly. Within 10 months, she again started walking and her only long-term symptoms were slight limp. Shockingly, she didn't have any memory of the crash at all. However, she had become overnight sensation and publicly awarded as Cold War hero. She also had some songs written on her and she was made honorary citizen of Sac village where the plane came down. 27 people died in flight 367 and later Vesna suffered from depression thinking about the crash. The investigators found that there was a bomb planted into the luggage by a Croatian separatist. Eventually they claimed the responsibility of the incident. Vesna's fall from 33,000 feet remains as the highest recorded altitude from where the human has fallen and survived. She is also now world record holder for surviving the highest fall without parachute. It was duly celebrated by Guinness Book of World Record at Glitzy Gala event in London. This story was really interesting, right? For more such stories, do like this video and subscribe to our channel. Do you want to know how the world #1 drug dealer El Chapo escaped from the jail using more than 1 mile long tunnel? If yes, then click on the I icon here. That's it for today guys. See you in the next one. Take it easy.